The transfer market for FC Barcelona is getting crazy. From the return of young talent Hector Fort to uncertainty over loaned goalkeepers, and complicated negotiations involving Ansu Fati and Andreas Christensen, Barcelona are facing a huge summer overhaul. At the same time, clubs like Inter Milan and AS Monaco are closely watching key situations, while Barca tries to rebuild under financial pressure and sporting expectations. Stay tuned, because some decisions could completely change the future of the Catalan giants. Young Barcelona defender not keen on leaving the club amid Inter Milan links, report. Hector Fort's loan spell at Elche has been anything but straightforward. The young Barcelona defender had finally found his rhythm under Eder Sarabia. He was operating in an advanced role closer to a winger before a freak injury sustained while celebrating a goal against Rayo Vallecano brought his season to an abrupt halt. The incident, which required shoulder surgery, has kept Fort sidelined for the entirety of 2026. However, the Catalan club have now given him the medical clearance to return, with all indications pointing towards him being included in Elche's squad for their upcoming fixture against Atletico Madrid. Batoni link brings Fort into focus. As per reports, Inter Milan have been closely monitoring the youngster, with the Nerazzurri considering him as a potential makeweight in negotiations for Alessandro Batoni, Barcelona's top defensive target this summer. Inter reportedly view Fort as a player of significant potential, and including him in any deal could help drive down the transfer fee for the Italian international. Fort focused on Barcelona return. According to Diario Sport, Hector Fort has no intention of leaving FC Barcelona and is reportedly not even fully aware of the level of interest coming from Inter Milan. His main goal has always been clear: develop, gain experience in La Liga, and return to the Camp Nou ready to fight for a place in the first team under Hansi Flick. That plan has not changed at all. With a contract running until 2029 and no purchase option included in his loan, Barcelona remain fully in control of his future. For now, his priority is simple: recover fully and get back playing football again. At the same time, Barcelona are also dealing with a growing problem in the goalkeeper department. Their squad planning has become more complicated as all three loaned goalkeepers have lost their starting positions at their current clubs. With Joan Garcia established as the first-choice keeper and Wojciech Szczesny acting as backup, the situation for the returning loanees is unclear. What was expected to be a smooth development pathway has now turned into a major dilemma for the club ahead of the summer transfer window. A problem across the board. As reported by Mundo Deportivo, all three goalkeepers currently out on loan have lost their starting positions at their respective clubs, leaving Deco with a difficult set of decisions to navigate this summer. Iñaki Peña, 27, who is under contract with Barcelona until 2029, began the season as the undisputed number 1 at Elche. However, the Spaniard lost his place in January following a string of individual errors compounded by the team's poor collective performances, and has since been reduced to a backup role. Ander Astrolaga, 22, was loaned to Granada last summer until June 2026, but his season has been hampered by ankle problems. After returning from injury to fill in for the sidelined Lucas Zidane, the results were not good enough to keep him in the side, and he, too, ended up on the bench. A departure from Granada at the end of the season appears likely. The most positive case of the three is Aaron Yakubishvili, who had been a regular starter at Andorra before a tactical decision cost him his place. Despite losing his spot, Barcelona's internal reports on the young Georgian remain encouraging, with the club reportedly considering integrating him into the first team pre-season. With Ter Stegen still sidelined through injury and Szczesny's future uncertain, Deco must now untangle a goalkeeping situation this coming summer. AS Monaco ready to activate clause to sign Barcelona outcast but with certain conditions. As Barcelona look to return to a 1:1 rule this coming summer, a key factor will be the club's ability to offload unwanted stars with efficiency, in an attempt to lower the wage bill and gain fresh revenue. One of the players Barcelona could sell to do just that is Ansu Fati. The forward spent the 2025-26 season on loan at Monaco, who have an option to sign the player permanently this coming summer. Monaco keen but want wage reduction. According to Mundo Deportivo, Monaco are indeed prepared to activate the €11 million purchase option included in Fati's loan agreement, but the deal is not straightforward. Despite contributing 9 goals in 25 appearances and playing a key role in Monaco's push for European qualification, the French club are unwilling to meet the financial terms attached to a permanent deal in their current form. The sticking point is Fati's salary, which is considered too high for a League One outfit. This season, the financial burden has been shared between Monaco and Barcelona, with the Catalan club covering a significant portion of his wages. Any permanent transfer would require Fati to accept a substantial reduction in his salary to align with the financial realities of French football. Before departing on loan, Fati had signed a contract extension with Barcelona running until June 2028, with part of his salary deferred. The loan agreement also includes a buyback clause in Barcelona's favor for just over €25 million, ensuring the club retains some control over his long-term future should they wish to bring him back. For Barcelona, a sale at €11 million may not represent a significant windfall, but offloading his wages entirely would go a long way in helping the club's financial restructuring ahead of the summer window. Barcelona defender rejects the club's first renewal offer amid interest from Premier League, Bundesliga. It has been a long time since Andreas Christensen represented Barcelona. The Dane had picked up a long-term injury during the first half of the season and has been sidelined since. Things get trickier for Christensen this summer as his contract at Barca expires at the end of the season. He has been eligible to negotiate with any club over a free transfer since the start of January. However, Barcelona remain keen on renewing the contract of Christensen, who is regarded highly due to his technical skill and versatility. Christensen rejects Barcelona offer. Barcelona reportedly tried to secure Andreas Christensen with a new contract that would have extended his stay for another season, but with reduced wages compared to his current deal. However, the Danish defender has turned down the first proposal. The main issue seems to be the significant salary cut included in Barca's offer, along with a short-term one-year contract plus an optional extra year depending on performance conditions. Christensen was not satisfied with those terms. Even so, he has not closed the door on staying at Barcelona. He still sees his future at the club and has asked his agent to keep talking with the management in search of a better agreement. Meanwhile, interest in the former Borussia Mönchengladbach and Chelsea centre-back is growing, with clubs from the Premier League, Bundesliga, and Serie A all monitoring his situation closely. In terms of fitness, Christensen is currently in the final stage of his recovery and is hopeful of featuring in the final few league games for Barcelona this season. The defender would have liked to feature in the World Cup as well, but his nation, Denmark, were eliminated in the playoffs. In the end, FC Barcelona is facing a very complicated transfer window. From Hector Fort refusing to leave despite interest from Inter Milan, to difficult contract talks with Ansu Fati and Andreas Christensen, the club must make key decisions this summer. One thing is clear: this transfer window could define a new era for Barcelona. Comment below, who should stay and who should leave? Like, subscribe and stay tuned for more explosive transfer updates.